palm oil industry as a whole is worth over $7 billion, and Nigeria is the third largest producer of palm oil, because palm trees, they don't grow everywhere. They only grow within the tropical areas. The palm trees grows just around the tropical areas, so it doesn't grow everywhere. But companies all over the world need it. They need the raw material to actually process, as a major ingredient in their product. Chocolate companies that make chocolate, they need it. Companies that make soaps, toothpaste, shampoos, all those things, they need it. In fact, they there's even for food production, palm oil is a major, has some ingredients that is also makes it to be used as a preservative in a lot of food production companies. They use it as preservative. So palm oil is a very, very essential commodity. There's actually a lot of money to be made in the palm oil industry. Now, let's take a step by step, like every step of the value chain. So from the planting, from the pre-planting, these trees are grown in massive forests in the rural areas. That's where these farming palm trees are grown. So a lot of clearing has to be done. And because a whole huge acres of lands are used, there's a lot of money to be made in hiring of the equipment that is used to clear and plant these trees. So there's a lot of money to be made in that area from the pre-planting stage. Now, if you now want to own a plantation, the good thing is that because these palm trees are planted in far, in the in forest, so a lot of those places, the lands are very cheap. You can get a whole acre for less than 200,000 to actually start planting. So people buy up to like 100 acres, 50 acres, 500 acres, and clear it up and start planting. So in planting, imagine it takes just 3 years for it to mature, and you start harvesting, and it doesn't stop. When you start harvesting, it doesn't stop. You keep harvesting for years. It doesn't stop. So, and you keep harvesting. Now, if you don't want to even take the risk of buying a land and start um planting from scratch, you can actually rent. They rent these plantations for, like, you can rent for a year, you can rent for 3 years, you can rent for 5 years. Within the period that you're renting, all those palm trees that are already fruiting, within those years, you just harvest them. They are your own. That's how it is. So even if you're starting a farm and you just want to be renting it out, or you want to be renting from people that already have farms, you can make a lot of money from just that part of it. Now, if you now go towards the processing part, the good thing about palm trees is that every part of the tree is useful. Now, if you by the time you harvest your palm trees, your palm fruits, you can process them into palm oils. You can also process the seed, the nuts, the palm nuts into palm kernel oils. Those ones are also a lot of production companies, they use it for manufacturing. The palm kernel oil, they use it for manufacturing. And even if you just want to process it and sell it, people use it. In short, pharmaceutical companies, they use it. And normal people just use it because it helps children to drive away cold. So even if you just want to sell the palm oil, the palm kernel oil itself, without even selling it to companies, of course you can do that. You can make a whole lot of money from that. So so you can actually decide to be processing, or you can decide to go into marketing. The marketing part is that you already meet people that are processing, and you're marketing for these people that are processing. So whether you're marketing the palm oils itself, or you're marketing the palm nuts, or you're marketing the palm kernel oil, there's just a lot available in the value chain that you can take advantage of. Like, you're not going to, there's really nothing to even waste. Every part of it is a money maker. Every part of it is a money maker. And you can imagine, even if you say, okay, fine, let me just sell the palm oil in Nigeria, you know that the price of palm oil doesn't like have one uniform figure all through the year. It varies. There's sometimes it's low, there's sometimes it's very, very high. So the palm oil is a very lucrative the palm oil business is a very lucrative business. In fact, it's the real oil money that we should be talking about. People keep asking, why is it that Nigeria is focused on crude oil when we have something like palm oil? Because countries like Indonesia, that is their major source of foreign earnings, because they are major suppliers of palm oil all over the world. And with the war in Ukraine that makes um, sunflower oil to be very scarce, a lot of companies are now substituting palm oil for productions that would have used sunflower oils. So it has even increased the demand even much more for um for the palm oil. Like worldwide demand has been increased. So even if you want to process for the international market, or you want to process for the national market, or you want to buy from people that are processing to market to the international market, or you're buying from the people that are processing to market in the local markets here in Nigeria, there's a lot of money to be made in this industry. So why are people not taking advantage of this industry? Why are people not taking advantage of it? Because a lot of people are just making their money silently and keeping quiet. They are not making so much noise about it. But palm oil is actually a huge money maker. So thank you for subscribing to this channel. Thank you for liking this video.